tell you something, Steve. That is the last time I go for a few drinks with you, mate. I tell you something. Upside down and inside out, I'm sure all you folks what it's all about. Now it's time for me to get on the mic. Phil Jones Smalling, pure horse shite. How are you doing, everybody? I am Kev Ashford, and you are very welcome to this week's edition of the Manchester United VanCam. Having that? Oh yeah. Hope you've had a good week. I'm at the risk of repeating myself. I was going to say I'm Kev Ashford. You know that if you watch it. Thanks to everybody who has subscribed this week. There's been a surge in subscribers, and I put that down to John Vallandigham in America. I'll explain that a little later on. Loads coming up this week. We need to discuss in the big VanCam debate Rio Ferdinand as sporting football director, whatever that is. We also need to discuss United against Chelsea. Yeah, disappointing result. All the back pages were about David De Gea. De Gea's finished. He's gone. His head's gone. Maybe he does need a little bit of a rest, but come on. Who are we as Man United fans to disrespect and even question David De Gea? God knows where we'd be since Sir Alex Ferguson retired. This has been the most... De Gea's been the most consistent performer at United. I dread to think where we'd be without him. Do you know what I'm saying? So, the result, yes, 1-1 against Chelsea. It's now well out of our hands as regards to Champions League football. I did go on a bit of a rant last week. I said there's loads that needs to be done at United. And we will get into the sporting director role or whatever it's called. The fact that Rio Ferdinand is being touted as a possible candidate. Something that I'm not really getting my head around. I understand his links to the club and all that, but we will look into that in a bit. Anyway, if you're watching live, then the finest of fair play to you. And the link in the description, there's a little VanCam store. So you can buy yourself a mug. You can drink, do you know what I mean? Don't drink acid out of it. I don't even know why I was going to say that then. You know, whiskey, wine, and if you're proper mental like me, you could even have a cup of tea, cup of coffee, whatever. But if you want to have a blip in that, yeah, I know what you're thinking. Kev, you've sold out. You know, why are you selling shit and stuff? But do you know, over the last couple of years, 3 people have been in touch asking, do you do merch? So now I do. So there you go. Right, let's get cracked into this week's show. We're going to spin it around this week a little bit. We're going to start this week with Cockstroker of the Week. Why not? Let's find out who's been a bad bellend this week in a thing called Cockstroker of the Week. Nice one. Cockstroker of the Week. Ladies, gentlemen, cats and dogs, this is Cockstroker of the Week. Without further ado, let's find out who's took home the top spot this weekend. But first, we have to count down. So at number 3 this week is every single Liverpool fan that took to social media after United were beaten in the Nou Camp, especially by a single, well, the best player on the planet, arguably, Lionel Messi. Yeah, the scouts, I'm not digging out the tweets, I ain't got time to do that shit, but the scouts thought it was hilarious when we got beat 3-0 in the Nou Camp. Messi running the show. Scouts is getting on social media saying, you know, oh, it's got a bit messy in the Nou Camp. Yeah, fast forward a couple of weeks, it certainly did get messy. Oh, it's a low blow as Liverpool get beaten by Barcelona 3-0. Number 2 this week, Liverpool fans in Barcelona. They don't get away much, obviously. They don't work. So when they're actually going away, I don't know how they get the money. Anyway, it doesn't matter because they were there at a fountain and they thought it would be hilarious to leave shit and rubbish all around. Well, that's what was actually reported. Liverpool fans have left litter everywhere. No, they haven't. They were rummaging through the bins. Oh, it's another low blow. But anyway, what they actually decided to do was, as some of the Catalans were coming past, probably just been to work or something, you know, they've done a day's work. You know, maybe the Liverpool fans were a bit furious about that. Jealousy, that's what it was. Decided to get some of the Catalans who were just going about their daily business and throw them into the fountain. And this is coming from a group of fans. Henry Winter come out and said, best in the land, best behaved. This is the media trying to portray Liverpool. They want Liverpool to win the league. Remember the year that Steven Gerrard slipped on his arse? It's another low blow! Yeah, he slipped on his arse anyway, but that year it was like, they've got to win it. It's Gerrard's last season. It'll be great for football. It won't, because we'll never hear the end of it. For that reason, them shower of bastards are number 2. Number 1, cockstrut. Oh yes, that is a bandana on my head. Why not? I'm a trendsetter. Don't follow the crowd. I'm not a sheep. Number 1 this week is Danny Murphy, ex-Scouse player. Yeah, Danny Murphy on TalkSport. I was driving along listening, and soon after that, Dave Birtwistle got in touch and nominated Danny Murphy. So he has been named Cockstroker of the Week. Why? What did he say? Well, if you missed it, Danny Murphy was going on about Liverpool and basically saying if they get knocked out the Champions League, if they don't win the Premier League, which is looking likely, and basically if they don't win a trophy, it's not been an unsuccessful season. Yeah, bollocks, Danny Murphy. This is the reason you are Cockstroker of the Week. And I'll tell you why. Because Liverpool, it just sums up Liverpool fans for me. This is at 29, 30 years they've not won the league for, but they actually think Klopp playing the press, but we press, we're entertaining, we're playing entertaining football, so what? In years to come, what name is etched on the Premier League trophy this year? It's looking like it's gonna be Man City, but nobody's gonna say, it's not going to have inscribed on it, but Liverpool played really good football. Nobody gives a shit about that. History will tell you who won the big prizes. David Moyes has won more trophies than Jurgen Klopp. He won the Community Shield. Louis van Gaal even won the FA Cup. Mourinho won 2 trophies as well. EFL and the Europa League. Klopp, the specialist in failure, but he plays great attacking football and the press are up his ass. For that reason, Danny Murphy saying that Liverpool winning nothing doesn't mean it's been an unsuccessful season. For me, get your head checked, you Cockstroker of the Week.
Watching your team play good football and competing for trophies. Liverpool again are in the last 4 of the Champions League. Amazing. They're now bridged the gap against City. And if they go to the last day and they miss out, and if they lost the final of the Champions League, let's say, to Ajax or Tottenham, God forbid it for Liverpool, but if they did, is that an unsuccessful season? No.
Yes, it is. The Cockstroker of the Week. So there we go with Cockstroker of the Week. Possibly, if you're a Liverpool fan, you're not gonna agree with that. And to be honest, I couldn't give 2 shits. Next, we're going to do a thing called the big VanCam debate. So get commenting as always. Let me know what you're thinking. Yeah. The big VanCam debate. You alright? Here we go with a thing called the big VanCam debate. This shit goes on every single week. It's the part where I set a question and you lot have to get involved in the poll. You click on the little eye up here and you cast your vote. It's a simple yes or a no. Last week's quiz poll was on Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and I asked the question, did United appoint him too soon? Now by that I mean, did they announce it at the right time? Should they wait until the end of the season? You know, there's loads to factor in. Is United's bad form down to the fact that they give Solskjaer the job, and now all these shower and knobheads have down tools again, and they're all like, oh, he's got the job now, yeah, we'll just go back to normal playing shit. Yes, but on that question, 60% said no. They said no, we didn't appoint him too soon. I was with that percentage. I was one of them banging the drum. I was fully on the bandwagon, man. When the times were going really, really good, it was like, just give him whatever he wants. Give him a Fiat Punto. Give him some Rice Krispies. You know, give him the whole lot. Treat him like a king. That's how I like to be treated anyway. I'm easily pleased. But this week, and with that one out, you know, out of the way, we are looking at Rio Ferdinand. United are said to be holding talks, interviews. They're interviewing people. That's what they're doing, to find a sporting director, a director of football, a go-between between the manager, the players, the board. So we get Knobhead Woodward. I don't just leave him, tie up the latest dildo, product, get United's name on it. Oh, that looks good. Red, white, black, yeah, whatever. But Rio Ferdinand's name coming to the pot, and apparently he has been interviewed for the role as sporting director at United. Now this is where I see United going so wrong. There's so many decisions from top to bottom that have been made. Starting with David Moyes and then signing Fellaini, Louis van Gaal, don't get me started. But considering Rio Ferdinand, now I know Rio Ferdinand loves United. He's a United fan. He played there. He was a great servant to the club. Apart from the time when he had that chance meeting with Peter Kenyon in a London restaurant, which we all know why that was gonna go, but it didn't. He shit himself and he stayed, which was good. But Rio Ferdinand, as sporting director, I mean, this is something not familiar to him, and we're going to give the first ever big role at the club as a sporting director to Rio Ferdinand. Seriously? Is this another, let's give it Rio Ferdinand because all the fans will get behind him? We wouldn't have to pay somebody who's actually competent and got a great track record, a shitload of money to come in. We want the best. We're Man United. Apparently Van der Sar has been sounded out as well, which I can see because he's done a great job at Ajax. He's got links to Manchester United. But Rio Ferdinand, I mean, the last sort of job that Rio Ferdinand wanted to get into that he wasn't familiar with was boxing, and I couldn't even tell you how that went, so it obviously didn't go too well. The question this week is, Rio Ferdinand, United sporting director, are you having it? Oh, you need the options. Options are yes and no, and for me, I am saying no, but some of you might say yes, fantastic idea, we're getting the old guard back in. But for me, we need somebody with experience, man, of this job. Can't just go giving it down willy-nilly. And he's going to be the first ever sporting director at Manchester United, so take that into consideration. Maybe you disagree, and this is where it all becomes interesting. We all have opinions. If you disagree and you say yes, give it Rio Ferdinand right now. Give him whatever he wants. Give him the Fiat Punto and the Rice Krispies. Then let me know in the comment section your reasonings for this. Maybe you can back it up, and we'll just take it from there. Maybe we won't have to fight in Showcase Car Park. But anyway, as I say every week, there is no sitting up on that fence. Why would you want to sit up there? Apart from the fact it's cold, it's windy, it's that song in it. It's where the eagles fly. If the eagles want to come down and start pecking your head, you've got nobody to blame except yourself. Rio Ferdinand, United sporting football director, whatever. Are you having it? Yes or no? Simple. Get involved. I'll let you know the poll result next week. Thank you.
The Big VanCam Debate.
Another week, another Big VanCam Debate. Make sure you get involved in that shit. Right, we might as well end now with a thing we call your comments. We'll have a look through a few from the last video, and let me just say thank you very much. Seems like we've got this rapport now between, the main man of the show and the viewer, that people actually share the video, and that proved last week over 1,000 views, man. I am going big time. Yeah, let's have a look at your comments. Cheeky bastard. Why are you going on fresh route, boy? This is your comments. It's a chance for you shower bastards to have your say. The only way that you can have a comment read out is to leave one. So there's the go ahead to go and do it. John Valindingham, Sir John Valindingham. Sorry I missed an email a few weeks ago, but I have caught up with this now. He sends through the electronic mail. It says, "Hi Kevin. Elizabeth's Jersey Derby Brigade celebrated the salute to VanCam night to a packed audience of new supporters. Here are just a few pictures. Elizabeth is far left, the most beautiful derby skater and lawyer in the world, of course." Of course she is, Valindingham. Long live VanCam. Here's the pictures. Woo! Do you know the thing that gets me about Vallandigham? You know, he doesn't have to do this. And some people, you know, contrary to what some people think Kev's slipping him a few, you know, few bit of money here and there, a few dollars. No, I'm not. He doesn't have to do it, but he goes beyond what anybody else has done. Oh, and Bowman with the hard hat as well. Obviously, there's a couple of legendary figures, but that picture, man. I mean, look at all them birds. Birds. That's a nice term, northern term for, you know, girls, right? Digging a hole there. What I want to say, Vallandigham and to Elizabeth, thank you very much. I have noticed a little surge in subscribers from America. Oh yeah, John J. Click, he got involved in the comments section and said, Kev, watching your show is like watching the good, the bad and the ugly. You bravely cover it all, thanks again, I do. And he's mocked up this picture of me here. And I must say, I mean, I'm good. Sometimes I am bad. But I'm certainly not ugly, you cheeky twastard! Next up, Robert Ingram, who said, well, this is on the back of that Eric Cantona video. We all know it, where the cock smashes the egg. There's some subliminal message behind it. But anyway, your guess is as good as mine. And Robert Ingram said, well, Eric Cantona's video is disturbing, which it, whatever, yeah. But at least he can hit the target, unlike some United players. Are you having that one, Steve? Put it in your pocket, son. Good one. Mole, whatever, said, welcome back, mate. I love your videos. You're the #1 United channel. Please discontinue Fellaini watch. Fair point. And do Phil Jones watch instead. Please. Every one you've done on Jones has been brilliant, plus the former is no longer playing for us. Thank you. Yes, I take... was it criticism? No, it wasn't, of course. Nobody's criticising Kev. But what... I do get it. I've done Phil Jones watch a few times. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. And, oh, just remembered. Dave Birtwistle sent this video in. It's an absolute corker, so I might as well run it now. It's not Phil Jones, but you'll get the gist of it now. Oh! Do you know, I've actually, well, we've probably all seen it. Phil Jones did a tackle like that once at the Stretford end. I think it was against Arsenal where he launched his head in. He could have just slid in, slide tackle. No, not Phil Jones. Ooh. Bruce McIntosh said, we've been saying Jones and Smalling have to go for years. We have. Lingard, Young are on the hit list too. I think Ashley Young's coming under savage pressure at the minute. I don't blame him entirely. I blame the club. I've said it before. United should have invested. Look at Man City that year when Guardiola identified that he needed a left and a right back. Went out and bought 3 of them for about £150 billion or something. You know, they won the league that year then. Piece of piss, innit, man? Just get your dough out! Glazer bastards. Lingard. Yeah, since his injury, he's not really stepped up. And the thing with Lingard is there's this myth that I think everybody thinks because he looks young that he's, you know, he's about 15 years old. Oh, he'll be some player in 10 years' time. You know, he should be at least achieving his potential now and coming into the prime of his career. And if this is the prime of his career, is it good enough for United? Sir John Vallandigham. Total sense again, Kev. This is the only channel worth watching. Don't speak like that. I wish you were on every day. P.S. Read your Gmail. I did, John. And thank you very much for that. And to Elizabeth as well. Only channel worth watching, of course it is. I wish you were on every day. Honestly, I guarantee if I started knocking 3 or 4 videos out a day, very nearly slipped up then and said knocking one. If I was on every day, you would be absolutely... You'd hate me. You'd despise me. You'd all be unsubscribing. That's what you'd be doing. Once a week is alright, and then the odd cheeky video that gets dropped in. That's why you have to keep the notification bell on. Matthias Misnoin said, meet me in Wythenshawe. We will scrap, swear, go like. What kind of shit is that, man? And if anything, Matthias, or whatever you call Matthias, do you know who you're calling out? I don't like to name drop, but I'm going to have to do it. Yeah, my uncle is Bruce Lee. Yes, he is. And he has taught me the roundhouse kick. Do you know what I mean? I learned it from... I was a baby. And he taught me how to do that. Christmas party. So, do you want one of them to the head? Nisisong Joseph Nisisong Joseph said, "Hi Kev, you need to review the Fantasy League because I have overtaken you." People will notice. I used to update it every week. I used to let you know what was going on, and it did coincide with the time when I was right up at the top. And now out of about 45, I'm rocking 20th place, and that is not good enough for me. I'm absolutely devastated. So next week, Sir Joseph, I will bring that back, mate, and we'll have a look at it and see. Well, we need to declare, and we will work out who the winner is of the VanCam Fantasy Football League. Dominic Burtick said, "I don't agree with your Pogba comments. We need to improve the whole squad around Pogba, and then his game will get much, much better. Also, 15 goals and 10 assists aren't bad. But your vibrator is great." What the fuck? Don't know. That high C gets higher and higher. Great show, Kev. So at least he's dogged me a bit, and then he's come back round to say great show. Pogba, the thing with me, Dominic Burtick, is we spent 90 million on him, and all we've done is make excuses for him. We need to buy better players, surround him. If he's that good, why doesn't he stand out in this United team? Because to me, he's just a bit of a passenger like the rest of the players. Surely we should be looking and going, he is absolutely mustard. He bosses a game and all that. It just don't do it on a regular basis. I know a lot of players don't, but yeah, well, what am I doing? Kiss my ass. Said Rashford needs to go as well. Rashford. I said the other week on my rant, De Gea and Rashford are probably the two that I would really want to keep. But the thing with Rashford is, he's from Wythenshawe, man. He's a local Mancunian. I do think we get carried away with the romanticism, check me out, of Rashford, the fact he is a local lad and that. So I suppose you do have to ask the question, if he was Brazilian or Dutch, we just bought him through the youth and all that, would we be as kind of obsessed and willing for him to do as well? Probably not, but I would keep Rashford. Kiss my ass. Right, and the last one is from Wards on the old email. I am sure that Wards is I love this game on YouTube. Might be able to confirm that, might not. Could be somebody totally different. So I get an email through. It says, "Hi again, Kev. Still no matter all other pictures you've been sent. I will and always will be the VanCam chump. I will always be a part of you, Kev. Spice Boys, aka for life. Love your channel and live every day. Knowing me and you look amazing. MC Lovin is my nickname." Twisted! How many times is this picture of this? What is this guy? How many times is he going to get sent through and compared to me? Holy smoke, man. Look at me. And look at that. Look at the Newton Heaths. The Newtons on him, man. They're ginormous. I can't believe I am wasting my time looking at this kind of shit on a weekly basis. People are sending in these lookalikes. It used to be funny. You used to get some half decent ones, you know what I mean? The old egos, head bulging on a Friday night, go for a few pints. Somebody said I look like Brad Pitt, Bex, all that kind of shit. And now I get absolute Jeremy Kyle tackle like that getting sent through. That looks nothing like me. Honestly, Jesus, you cheeky bastard. Twisted, whatever. What a mood you put me in. It is the bank holiday weekend this weekend, so make sure you enjoy yourself. I know I'm gonna. I swear somebody's gonna get Zlatan Ibrahimovic to the head one day. Right, all that leaves me to say is United play this weekend. It's Huddersfield. For Christ's sake, if we can't beat Huddersfield, we might as well just give up. In fact, if we get beat by them, that's it. VanCam's gone. There you go. So you better cheer them on than that. I'm joking, of course. I'll always support the boys. Who wouldn't? Look at this flag. I just love everything it symbolises. I once give a history lesson on, you know, the goblin. That's obviously because Ian Brown was in Harry Potter, so that symbolises his role, because Ian Brown, you know, is a United fan, and United walk out to This Is The One, the song that he sang. And then obviously we've got the ship up here, which represents the Manchester Ship Canal. Come on, United! Jesus, man! Come on! I said your love, keep on lifting me higher and higher. Nice one for watching the video. And thanks to everybody who has subscribed to VanCam. You can follow me on all the usual social media platforms. That's Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Plenty of Fish. So make sure you give me a follow. Nice one if you dropped a like on the video. Make sure you subscribe. This is VanCam. Nice one.